Hola, hola chicos, buenas noches, bienvenidos a nuestra sesión del día de hoy. Vamos a empezar a trabajar, nos vamos a ir a la página número 50 y 51 y hoy vamos a trabajar con la habilidad de reading, ¿vale? Aquí vamos a tener la misión que tenemos el día de hoy, que es understanding non-literal meaning and contradicting. Those are the subtopics that we have for today. Let's start with the topic that is healthy living, myths and facts. So let's see, what do we know about this topic? And for the first part, we have an important question. And Belen, you are going to help me with this that says, what is your healthiest eating habit, Belen?
Mm, This nowadays, I'm having like a, how do you say, plan alimenticio, like a diet, kind of like a diet.
A healthy plan?
Yes, a healthy plan. So I I got to schedule all my all my meals and
Uh-huh.
all the all the calories and proteins and carbs that I had to eat each day. So I think it's my healthiest eating habit
So
this day.
you count all the calories?
Mm, the portions,
Ah,
like
good.
yes, yes,
Mm,
yeah.
got it.
Sorry, I don't count calories, but I had to. At the end of the day, I have to complete like all my proteins and things like that. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Marcelo, do you have any bad eating habits?
Yeah, I love eating the potato chips.
Okay.
And yeah, it's my bad habit. And yeah, well, I travel a lot, so
Uh-huh.
sometimes I eat in breakfast foods
Mhm.
in the airport or in the bus stations.
So you don't have like a specific time or a specific hour for eating.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you so much. So now let's see. We have exercise number 2. Look at the four myth headings about food in the text. Why do you think these may be myths? And here we have four food myths that just won't die. I will start with the introduction that says whether at the grocery store, at a restaurant, or in our kitchen, or in our kitchens, we are faced with a flood of information about what we should eat. Social media makes it easier than ever to spread myths and half truths. So, how much do we really know about the choices we are making when we eat? Or specialists have their say. Myth number 1, Belen. The more fiber you eat, the better.
The effects. Your grandparents probably used to tell you about the importance of fiber, but they had no idea just how popular fiber rich foods will become. These days, it seems that food manufacturers are adding specific types of fiber to just about everything from cereal bars to yogurt and even water. So, does this mean you can stop eating broccoli like a health freak? On the contrary, most experts are skeptical that processed fiber offers the same benefits as whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, which contain natural fiber. So, when it comes to fiber, it's quality, not quantity, that matters.
Okay. Marcelo, sorry, myth number 2. Organic food is better for you.
the facts. Organic foods have shot up in popularity over the last decade. It's seen that wherever you shop, every other food eaten you see also comes in an organic, health conscious version. So is it worth spending your hard-earned cash on the apples with the organic sticker on them? Research suggests the answer is no. Since there is no significant nutritional difference between organic and conventional food, and if you buy organic food because they're free from pesticides, keep in mind that the opposite is true. Organic farms do use pesticides, and while organic foods may taste a little better, the only difference is that it's produced using natural rather than synthetic pesticides.
Precisa. Okay. Myth number 3, eating at night makes you gain weight. Maleni.
The facts. My mother was always telling me not to eat anything after 10 p.m. because evening meals will make me fat. In certain countries, some people take this idea so seriously that they think twice before eating late in the evening, even if they're starving. It may be easy to believe our bodies have an internal clock set to store anything we eat at night as fat, but it's not as simple as that. The truth of the matter is that it's the extra calories, not when we consume them, that lead to weight gain. So if you tend to eat late in the evening, you don't have to eat like a horse. You be selective. Stick with vegetables, lean proteins, and complex carbohydrates if you can.
Thank you. And then we have myth number 4. You should drink 8 glasses of water a day. The facts. This is another stillborn myth that has been around for decades, and it just won't go away. Every summer, we are flooded with media reports warning us about the dangers of dehydration and urging us to drink lots of water, even if we're not thirsty. But these fears are exaggerated, contrary to popular belief. You don't need to drink 8 glasses of water a day, since water is also present in tea, coffee, ice cream, and fruits and vegetables. You name it. In other words, while it's very important to drink water when the weather is hot, we may be less likely to dehydrate than pseudoscience would have us believe. A subject where a lot of people talk is if they were experts, there is no shortage of bad health advice out there. So please remember, whatever you read, to take it with a grain of salt. Okay, so here we have the question that says, why do you think this may be myths? Let's start with the definition with the word myth. What's a myth? I know that is a mito, but how can you explain this word? What's a myth?
I think that it's something that people true, that
Mhm.
people think that it's true, but it's not like an in 100% right. Like they, there's no evidence
Mhm.
about that they are reliable.
Yes, the myths are more than just old stories, no? Maybe they carry mm, uh, deep psychological and maybe moral meaning, and these myths, uh, well, you can find a lot of them in history, isn't it? So now, why do you think these may be myths? Why do you think that they are myths?
What is the
Los,
question?
ajá, Marcelo.
Yeah, what is the question?
Yes, the question is, why do you think these maybe myths? ¿Por qué los cuatro que leímos, tú crees que son mitos? ¿Qué los hace ser mitos? No, por ejemplo, tenemos the more fever you eat, the better. Organic food, organic food is better than you. Eating at night makes you gain weight and you should drink 8 glasses of water a day. ¿Qué los hace mitos? For example, we have it number one. Your parents probably used to tell you about the importance of fiber, but they had no idea just how popular fiber-rich foods will become. Number two, we have organic food have shot up in popularity over the last decade. Mm, and that's so.
Well, I think all of them are popular opinion
Mhm.
and that generation for generation shares
Mhm.
and they can prove it with science. It's just a belief
Uh-huh. Yes,
and
uh-huh.
it's a well they have a percent of truth
Uh-huh.
because it's okay you are correct but it's not 10% well 100% correct, no?
Uh-huh.
I think
Yes,
that's
I
the reason they
think
are
that
meant.
we repeat what we hear. I mean, sometimes our moms or grandparents tell us about something because they are repeating the words that they have heard. And then we also repeat that information and we don't research. We just believe about what they say, no? Because it's part of the culture's heritage. Okay, so maybe that is why those are considered as myths. Okay, como mitos. Now let's move on. We have in the exercise number 3. Read the text and look carefully at the facts for each myth. Choose the correct summary of each fact. Okay, and here below we will find the summaries for each one. Let's start with the first one that says myth number 1. We have two options. Not all types of fever are equally beneficial, or certain types of fever are dangerous. So according to this, that says these days it seems that food manufacturers are adding specific types of fever to just about everything from cereals bar to yogurt and even water. So does this mean you can stop eating broccoli like a health freak? On the contrary, most experts are skeptical that processed fever offers the same benefits as whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, which contain natural fibers. So when it comes to fever, it's quality, not quantity that matters. So not all types of fever are equally beneficial, or certain types of fever are dangerous.
Letter A, not all types of fever.
Okay, letter A. Then we have myth number 2. Organic food is safer to eat, but not necessarily most nutritious, or organic food isn't necessarily more nutritious or safer to eat. If we go up, we have Organic food have shot up in popularity over the last decade. It seems that wherever you shop, every other food item you see also comes in an organic, health conscious version. So, is it worth spending your hard earned cash on the apples with the organic sticker on them? Recent research suggests that the answer is no, since there is no significant nutritional difference between organic and conventional foods. And if you buy organic foods because they are free from pesticides, keep in mind that the opposite is true. Organic farms do use pesticides, and while organic foods may taste a little better, the only difference is that it's produced using natural rather than synthetic pesticides. So,
Letter B, maybe.
letter B.
Yeah.
Okay. Myth number 3. What you eat is more important than when you eat, or eating at night can actually help you lose weight. And we have the facts. My mother was always telling me not to eat anything after 10 p.m. because evening meals will make me fat. In certain countries, some people take this idea so seriously that they think twice before eating late in the evening, even if they are starving. It may be easy to believe our bodies have an internal clock set to store anything we eat at night fast as fat, but it's not as simple as that. The truth of the matter is that this is the extra calories, not when we consume them. They lead to weight gain. So if you tend to eat late in the evening, you don't have to eat like a horse. Just be selective. Stick with vegetables, lean proteins, and complex carbohydrates if you can. So,
Letter A. What you eat is more important than when you eat.
mhm. And finally, myth number 4. Water is not your only source of hydration, or drinking too much water can be dangerous. And here we have the facts. And I think that here, contrary to popular belief, you don't need to drink 8 glasses of water a day, since water is also present in tea, coffee, ice cream, and fruits and vegetables. You name it. In other words, while it's very important to drink water when the weather is hot, we may be less likely to dehydrate than pseudoscience will have us believe. So,
A.
okay, let's submit. Perfect. Well done. So I guess that in here we don't have problems. We choose the correct summary for each meet. Okay, and I don't know, Maleni, what do you think about the myth number 3? How or what do you think about eating at night makes you gain weight? Is that true for you? Have you ever heard about this myth?
Well, mm, it's very true because if you in your dinner have bread or a lot of calories, obviously at night you just sleep and you don't move your body and probably you don't do exercise. Do you do exercise?
Mm-hmm,
Yes. So the consequence is to gain weight.
mm-hmm,
But if your dinner is healthy, I mean a, a little, how
mm-hmm.
do you say, uh, a I don't know, a few piece of fruit. I don't know how to say that one.
Which word?
Como, o sea, cenar poco.
Just drink, eat less.
Ajá, eat less.
Mhm.
Nothing will change your waist.
Your change. Yes. Well, I have to tell you, or I have to be honest with you. Uh, right now, I have like a problem with this kind of situation, gaining weight, and sometimes I don't wanna have dinner because I have this meat, and I remember that my grandmother told me, you don't need to eat or have dinner because you are gonna gain a lot of weight. And I started doing the intermittent fasting. Do you know what is that?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that is so complicated for me because I'm hungry all the time.
Okay, but I think it's not healthy that intermittent because
Hmm.
it could be pro gastritis. I don't know how to say it in
Uh-huh.
English.
Okay, guys. Really? I haven't heard about that.
Because I tried
Uh-huh.
and it it was a bad experience.
For you.
Yes, for me.
Well, I stopped doing that because, as I mentioned, I was hungry all the
Yeah,
time.
it's better eat a lot of times all the day,
Hmm.
but less
In small portions.
small portions. Yes.
Yes. Well, I really love pan de dulce. It's like a,
Oh,
I don't know how to say it, but I really love to eat it. But I know that maybe I should stop eating pan. But
yeah.
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah. Good
Okay.
luck.
Thank you, Male. What about you, Marcelo? What do you think about the myth number two? Organic food is better for you. Do you buy organic food? Mm, what can you
Um,
share?
yeah, and it's more expensive than the normal food.
Mm-hmm.
But I mentioned in the start of class, I don't have good habits to eat because
Uh-huh.
I travel a lot. But when I am in home, I try to follow my diet,
Uh-huh.
and some of the mm, things that I would are organic
Mm-hmm.
or free of gluten.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So you're a gluten lover.
no, I'm not really. I try to be free gluten.
Yeah. But do you work out?
Sorry,
Do you work out?
who is that?
Work out? Exercise? Do you exercise? Do you do make exercise?
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. In the company have a program that is Total Pass.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I go to any gym inside of Mexico.
Really? That's awesome. You don't
Yeah,
need to waste your money going to the gym.
yeah. I try
And
to go 3 or 4 days at the week
per week.
for free.
Okay, well done. Mm, Belen, what can you tell us about myth number four? You should drink 8 glasses of water a day.
Mm, well, my nutriologist explained to me that it's important to stay high, mm, to drink water. That it's important, but in hotter day, it's more important to drink all these electrolyte drinks
Mhm,
because it helps you a lot than just to drink water.
mhm,
I mean, it's important because it helps to your digestive system
uh-huh.
to to have a correct function, but there's more drinks that can help you even more than just water. Yeah.
Yes. Do you like, I don't know, you said that you drink plenty of water. Do you like coca? Do you like, or do you like sodas?
Not much because it gets on my nerves. It's like a lot of sugar.
Yes. I have to be honest one more time, and I really love Coca-Cola. I'm a Coca lover. So I know that I should stop drinking Coca. Okay, let's continue. Now, let's go with number 4 that says read the skill box and look at the sentences from the introduction. What kind of non-literal language is used? Let's check what do we have here about understanding non-literal meaning. Okay, and we have writers use words with abstract non-literal meanings to give the text more impact when you are reading. Pay attention to exaggeration, comparisons, personification, and idioms. Okay, and in here we have like some examples of non-literal meaning. Okay, Malini, can you help me reading the examples that we have, please?
Yes, exaggeration. My doctor gave me a never-ending list of foods to avoid. Equal huge. Comparisons. I lost weight and now this dress looks like a balloon. Equal round. Personification. Four food meats that just won't die. Call cease to exist. Idioms. I ate dieting, but you know what they say, no pain, no gain. Qual, no hard work, no success.
Okay, yes. The non-literal meaning is when words or phrases, in this case, mean something different from their exact dictionary definition. And this kind of language is used to create vivid images, express emotions, or add a deeper meaning. So, why is this important? Because if you understand the non literal language, you can read between lines. Also, you can understand the metaphors, the jokes, and also the idioms. And sometimes we can interpret songs and the everyday speech. Okay, and in here we have the last one that says idioms. Okay, and we have, for example, no pain, no gain. Vale? Um, the idioms are quite important in English because, as you know, an idiom is a phrase or an expression whose meaning is different from the literal meaning of the individual words. We have no pain, no gain. So this is a full expression with a different meaning. Okay, and the native speakers use them all the time to sound more natural, expressive, or with humor. Okay, then we have personification. I don't know. Well, do you know any other idiom? Here we have no pain, no gain. Pero ¿conocen algún otro idioma?
It's like easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Exactly, like easy peasy. That's one. For example, when it's raining a lot, we have it's raining cats and dogs. No, break the ice. Yeah, that's another one, and I guess that is one of the most common that we had in English. Also, we have uh, spill the beans, ¿no? Que es como el chisme, suelta la sopa, algo así. Spill the beans. There are a lot of idioms. Now we have exaggeration. My doctor gave me a never-ending list of foods to avoid. And here we have never-ending, that the meaning is huge. Okay, so I guess that in here we don't need to explain a lot, but there are like many words that we can use just in order um, to I don't know to make to seem bigger words or better or more extreme that it really is. Okay, so you make something or you make that your phrase sounds dramatic or you express a strong emotion. Okay, and here we have this one, never ending. We have also, I don't know, uh, when you said something over and over and again, we can say, I told you a million times, ¿no? Y aquí estoy exagerando, ¿no? Then we have comparisons. Um, when we work with comparison, we have like a balloon, that means round. And this is a speech where two things are described as being similar in some way, no? And it helps us to create a clear image or explain the main idea. Okay, for example, and in here we are gonna find different types of comparisons. We have the simile, the metaphors, the comparative adjectives also. And finally, we have the personification. And the example that the book gave us, it's die, cease to exist. And in here, this is the last tip that we have, is where human qualities are given to non-human things like animals, objects, or ideas. Okay, and the purpose of the personifications is to give a descriptive and vivid example. Okay, and that will be all about the skill box. Now let's see. I will give you just 10 minutes, 1 minute, to try to find what kind of known literal language is used in the expression that says we are faced with a flood or information. Is that exaggeration, comparisons, personification, or idioms? What is that?
Exaggeration?
Exaggeration. Okay. ¿Cuál sería or what will be the word that is telling us that we are giving an exaggeration?
Blood?
Flood. Okay, correct. Well, let's see. Now let's go. We have, look at the underliner phrases. What kind of known literal language in the skill box is used for each one? Ahora sí, nos toca a nosotros los que tenemos acá. Les doy unos minutitos y checamos. Let's just start with the first one that says, like a health freak. What is that? Exaggeration, comparison, personification, or idiom
Comparison.
comparison. Then number two, organic foods have shot up in popularity. Organic foods have shot up in popularity.
Could be personification.
Shut up is a phrasal verb, okay, and its non-literal meaning depending on the context. In here, it's like an increase or rose quickly or rise suddenly. So you said personification,
Or maybe idiom.
an idiom. Okay. Then we have number three. even if they are starving.
Personification.
Number 4, eat like a horse.
Idiom.
Idiom. Number 5, we have this is another stubborn meat. Your, what's that? Exaggeration, comparison, personification, or idiom.
Exaggeration.
Okay. Then we have number 6 that says it just won't go away. What's that?
Personification.
Number 7. Talk as if they were experts.
Comparison.
Comparison. And the last one that says to take it with a grain of salt.
Idiom.
An idiom that submit. And I guess that we only have a mistake. And we have 3, 2, 3, and 5. Number 2, we have organic foods have shot up in popularity. The phrasal verbs and the idioms are not the same. They are quite different. So they shut up. I guess that maybe it's an exaggeration. I don't know. Because it says organic foods have shot up in popularity. Como se dispararon. But I don't know. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Then number 3, we have even if they are starving. I guess that also is an exaggeration, ¿no? Because, well, incluso si estás hambriento, pues tendría que ser, ¿no? Incluso si tienes hambre, pero lo lleva a un paso más, ¿no? Hambriento. And then number 5. This is another stupid myth. Creo que estos 3 tienen que ver con exageraciones, pero bueno, vamos a ver, ¿vale? Porque creo que las 3 están ocupando como palabras ajá, y en las 5 es personification. Ujú. Bueno, questions, dudas, creo que nada más lo que tenemos que hacer es distinguir cuando estamos exagerando, ¿no? Por contexto, creo que a lo mejor podría ayudarnos. Now, let's move on. We have number 5 that says healthy living, myths and facts. In myth number 1, find the question. Does this mean you can stop eating broccoli? Read the next sentence. What expressions tells you the answer is no? So let's see. We have, where is that? So does this mean you can stop eating broccoli like a health freak? So what expression tells you the answer is no? On the contrary, most experts are skeptical that perceived fiber offers the same benefits as a whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, which contain natural fiber. So when it comes to fiber, it's quality nor quantity that matters. So what expression is giving us the answer? That in this case is no.
On the contrary,
On the contrary, I'm gonna write. Read text builder and find the expressions involved in text. Complete sentences from 1 to 2 with 2 words. And here we have contrary to, but, and, on, and the. But let's check the text builder. That says we use the expression symbol to contradict something that was said. Does this mean you can stop eating broccoli like a health freak? On the contrary, most experts are skeptical if you buy organic food because it's free from pesticides. Keep in mind that the opposite is true. The truth of matter is that it's the extra calories that lead to weight gain. Contrary to popular belief, you don't need to drink 8 glasses of water a day. So here we have these expressions that we can just in order to contradict something. Now, help me to complete the expressions that are in here according to the information that is in the text. Okay? Ready? Can we check?
yes, Miss.
Okay, so let's see the answers for this. La primera estuvo bien, try again. Submit, submit. Fax the answers. the answers one more time. So here we have contrary to popular belief, but the opposite, on the contrary, and the truth of. Okay, so now let's do the last exercise that we have in here. And with this, we are gonna stop the session. That says, answer the questions. Were you aware of the myths in sentences from 1 to 4? Which one surprised you the most? Do you know any other popular health myths? What do people continue to believe in them? I will give you just 1 minute and then I will choose you, or I will give you one of the questions that are in here and you are gonna tell us your answer. Okay, just 1 minute to think about your answer. Okay, so Belen, I will start with you with number one. Go ahead, please. What can you tell? What can you share?
Mm, I knew some of them. For example, that number 3 and number 4,
Mhm,
and it was like a half true for me,
mhm,
because I know that if we can if we eat a lot at evening, it can be dangerous to our health.
mhm,
And number 4, because I always listen that we have to be hydrated all
mhm,
day to be healthy.
mhm.
Yes.
Okay. Marcelo, about question number two that says, do you know any other popular health myths?
Yeah. Well, I remember my grandmother tell me with you cracking your knuckles
Uh-huh.
cause arthritis.
Yes, me too. Okay, that's all.
Yeah, it's a
Okay. Melanie, what about number two? Do you know any other popular health myth? Why do people continue to believe in them?
Um, yeah. Oh, I forget it. It's, well, I forget it. But mm, 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 mm. Well, I don't know. It's I think it's not a myth,
Mhm,
but for example, the older adults that they
mhm,
yeah um they have more opportunity to read and watch videos about health, and they believe so easily to that people, and in most of the time it could be dangerous to follow their their advices without supervision.
Mhm. Okay, thank you so much, Male. So let's stop the session in here, guys, and see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll continue talking about these famous myths. Have an excellent night. Take care and rest. See you tomorrow.
Thank you,
Thank
Miss.
you.
Bye.